Welcome back to 12 News at 1 o'clock. Right now, everything is blooming in Arizona, from wildflowers to orange blossoms to weeds. But for many people, that means sneezing, itchy eyes, and runny nose. Some of the worst things you can experience in springtime. Physician's assistant Janelle Romero with Healthy You Clinics is here. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks.
I like to play a little game with myself because I have particularly bad allergies. How do my allergies feel this year compared to previous years? And this year I've told myself it's a losing battle, that I'm just a mess. Are you hearing that from other folks this season particularly?
Yeah, this year's been particularly hard, especially in the spring. We have the blooming trees, so we have the mesquite trees, the palo verde trees. That tends to make things a lot worse. It's not just the weeds and the grasses this time of year.
What are some of the symptoms you're hearing from folks who come in to get advice?
Yeah, itchy eyes for sure. Itchy eyes, runny nose, sneezing, sometimes sore throat and cough.
How do you tell the difference between some of those things that could be symptoms of a cold and could be symptoms of allergies? How do you kind of tell the difference?
Yeah, usually the difference is that with allergies it tends to be seasonal, maybe worse after you spend a lot of time outdoors. Sometimes with a cough or a cold you'd have body aches or a fever, or maybe you've been exposed to somebody that's recently been sick.
Okay. So I personally take maybe an over-the-counter allergy medication that you can get from any Walgreens or CVS. When folks come in and say, I feel like this is particularly bad, is there anything you recommend they take?
Yeah, I mean, I think combining the different medications is helpful. Instead of just doing a pill like an oral antihistamine, combining that with a nasal spray can be helpful too. And then we also have over-the-counter allergy eye drops as well. So sometimes you need to kind of hit it at all sides and use both all the nose sprays, the oral medication, plus the eye drops.
Is there any data that you've been able to collect that says this season has been particularly bad, or is it kind of in the moment everybody thinks it's the worst season ever?
Yeah,
right?
I'm not aware of anything. I think usually in the spring it tends to be worse because we also have the trees blooming at the same time as we have the grasses and the weeds blooming.
I've always wondered too, from state to state. I used to live in California, I've lived in Colorado, I've lived here. Are there any states that are particularly worse with pollen than others?
Yeah, I mean, I know Arizona, specifically the Sonoran Desert here, we have the largest variety of vegetation than any other desert in the entire world. So I think that combined with the hot climate just makes it a really rough environment for a lot of people.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here and telling people what they can look out for and what they can do to treat it. We appreciate it.